So I came across a creator on TikTok, and his videos are so amazing, and they kind of they relate a lot to what I talk about on my podcast, and a lot of it is talking about generational trauma and talking about how we relate to our kids, how there's a lot of parents out there that are a child's worst critic, and that was the case with me. It was my mom was my worst critic, my first enemy, and and at least for me, I don't know, I internalized a lot of that. Even after I left that household, I internalized her own critical voice. And I have spent most of my life undoing a lot of that critical voice, a lot of that critical dialogue that is not me. And it never was me. And sometimes the answer is choosing yourself. And it's not choosing other people. Because for so long, I chose other people. I used to fawn and make everybody else's problems my own. I used to take on so many burdens that were not mine to carry. But I no longer do that. I have learned what is mine and what is not mine. And I no longer experience that critical voice. It's not to say that it doesn't come up. Sometimes it comes up and I'm like, no, this is not me. But we need more parents who are, or who experience, or who exude unconditional love to their kids. We don't need to fit our kids in this box for a society that is broken anyways. Just look around. You see it everywhere. Like, it's broken. The society is broken. The way of it's broken. It's no longer serving us. So why are you going to try to fit your kids in a box that most likely they don't want to be in? And that is not going to work anyways. Just because it's what you were taught. Just because it's what you were taught or what your parents projected onto you doesn't mean that it's right. And we need more people to speak up, to be that voice, to challenge these ways of thinking. Because just because it's, my parents did it and their parents did it and it's just what society has done, that doesn't mean it's right. Things change all the time. Life changes all the time. You see it everywhere, even the seasons. Things change. And this is something too I had to learn even with my oldest. And I realized, you know what? I need to stop that. Stop stressing about grades. At the end of the day, who's going to care if this kid made an A in math when he's 40 years old? Who fucking cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So we need to make sure that our kids truly experience this unconditional love. And I said unconditional because even growing up, the love that I experienced, it was all conditional. I'm going to love you as long as you give me what I need and as long as you make me happy. I had to grow up very quick. But you know what? That's okay, because I wouldn't trade it for the world, because I became such a strong, badass person, and I love who I am now. Because now I will no longer be silenced. I have my voice, and I'm going to use it to create a difference in this world. So we need other creators like that man. And I'm so appreciative of his videos. I'm getting chill bumps as I'm even talking about it. I don't know if you could see it, but I have chill bumps talking about it. But beautiful. I feel like I'm getting emotionally talking about it. But that's beautiful. And that's what we need. Stop trying to fit these kids in a box in a society that never works. It was never meant to work. And I made a promise to myself when I was younger that my kids were not going to experience the life and the love that I experienced growing up. And so even sometimes, what I've noticed too is also a good parent is able to be flexible, because not all kids are the same. So I've learned to adjust different things, and just because I'm taught that one way, oh, you need to make good grades, man, you know, you need to do this, then, you know, he gets unhappy with, we're not happy, and, you know, just let him be. Maybe that's a lesson that they need to learn. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe your kid is meant to, I don't know, is not meant to go the conventional path, and is meant to do big things. And he's never meant to fit in that box. So stop trying to make them fit in a box in a society that doesn't fucking work and that was never meant to work. And just show them love. They don't care. They don't care even about the material things. God, kids just want to be loved. They want to be accepted. Have you told your kids lately that you're proud of them? I tell my kids that sometimes, and they're like, for what? And I'm like, just being you. Because you're a good kid. You know? You don't cause trouble. You're a good kid. Because they earn that. Because they're a good soul. And you may not see eye to eye all the time. That's okay. I don't know. I hope that person knows what a difference he's making. Even with those videos. And I'm just very appreciative of that. Because we need more people to speak up. We need to stop protecting these narcissistic and these toxic people. Stop making excuses for these motherfuckers. You don't need to make excuses for them. We need more people to stand up for the people who have been, who have experienced that toxicity. And stop making excuses so much. This society, sometimes it caters so much to these toxic people because these toxic people know how to manipulate things, so they're able to play the victim role. So you kind of take their side. Well, you know what? Yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't, you know. Be careful, because they know this. And they play these people like a fucking fiddle. They know it. And they know it. I don't know. I've learned to become the quiet observer. I let people show me how they are. And then I usually match that energy. But whatever. But, because also sometimes you don't necessarily need to give your light to everybody. Because me too, even being around a lot of people, it drains the shit out of me. It does. And I don't like it. I need to be by myself and to recharge my battery. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's good for you. And a lot of people, even another thing that I've learned, and this is why I prefer usually doing short videos, because when I do a longer video, I feel like I just keep on. But another thing that I've learned too, it's not your job to convince everybody. I create content for the people who need it. And people who need it are going to find it. And if there's people out there who just want to argue and they just want to get you distracted, you know, they see that you're doing something, and, you know, it's like, it's not my job to change your mind. I don't care. I mean, I'll talk about it, and I'll show what I've experienced on my journey, the lessons that I've learned, and how I have healed my complex PTSD. If you want to take it, and if you want to run with it, then great. And if you don't, then that's okay. I support your journey, because whatever you're meant to learn, you'll learn. And if you're not ready for this, if you're not ready to even start healing, then that's perfectly okay. But when you are ready, hopefully you will find the right resources. You will find the right people. I know that at the end of the day, there's not going to be one person that's for everybody. And that's perfectly okay. But the right people who need it will find it, will resonate with it, and it'll make a difference. But I've come way too far in this journey to care what the fuck people think about me. And I think more people need to live that way too. Well, what if so-and-so? I don't care. I'm at the point now where I don't care. I have so much joy and happiness in me. And sometimes I radiate. I'm like, Kelly, you can't do things like dance. And I don't care anymore. So I'm even sometimes out there watering my flowers. I'm like, this morning I was listening to music, and I was like I'm out there dancing. People are probably like, what? But I don't care. I'm living life. Life's too damn short to be unhappy, to be thinking about what other people think. Who the fuck cares? Most people don't even like themselves. And you're worried if they like you? Stop caring. I know this turned into a long video, but hopefully it helps somebody.